Hey y'all, what's up? Thank you for tuning in to Pretty Pretzel Unplug. I'm going to show you guys how I got this heart cutout nails. I've seen these nails go viral a couple of times on different social media platforms. So I decided to create this look for one of my Valentine's Day look. I'm going to show you guys a tutorial and how I create each of the sets. So first thing I'm doing is I'm showing you the nail tips that I'm going to be using today. This is my coffin shape 4XL nail tips that I'm going to be using today, and I'm going to be using this marker. And the reason why I have the marker here is because I'm going to be using that to create my heart shape. So I'm just going to be drawing it with that marker. So I'm just going to be drawing one side of that heart shape that I want. And I'm being mindful because this is a coffin shaped nail tip, so it is more narrow. I don't have as much space if it was a nail tip that was just a square tip. So I'm just trying to be mindful of that as well. And I just took the other nail that's going to be right next to it, because this is going to be the ring finger and the pointer finger that I'm creating my heart. And as you see, I'm just putting it side by side so I can try to get it just as even as possible and as straight as possible as far as just the heart design. So that's what I'm doing here with my marker. And don't worry about the marker part being on the nail, because once you begin to do your nail art, that thing that marker won't be visible. So I'm taking my nail scissors and I'm just going to be cutting along the line that I created with the marker, my cutout, and I'm using them scissors just to cut out the heart basically. So as you can see, I am taking my time because it was kind of challenging to cut this out only with the part that it curves at the top, to try to curve it with the scissors on a small surface as this nail. So I was just trying to take my time and cut it out and not make a mistake of cutting too much of that nail off basically. And I did go in with my clippers to help get that last piece. So I'm just going to be repeating the same thing on this side, just taking those nail scissors and just cutting just right across that line. And I am taking my time. This part is sped up a little bit more because I did take me not very very long to cut it out, but I just wanted to speed it up because it's my first time creating this nail set, and I wanted to show you guys a tutorial on how I created this. So I was moving a little bit slower because I didn't want to make a mistake and cut too much off of that nail that I was going to be doing the heart for. And I did go ahead and cut off a little piece that goes down like in the middle of the heart to create that little pointy effect. So I did cut off a little bit too much of that part, but it wasn't too much visible. But yeah, I'm just showing you guys how I cut it and what it looks like after I cut the nails basically. So these are the nails side by side. This is how they turned out. They look pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my nails onto my mannequin hand, my nail training hand. And this is my purple haze glitter acrylic that I'm going to show you guys. And this glitter acrylic is from my line, Pretty Pretzel Unplugged. This is my custom my custom glitter acrylic, and it's called Purple Haze. If anybody is interested about purchasing this glitter acrylic, you can send me a DM on pretty_press_plug on any of my social medias. That's Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. You can send me a message, or down here in YouTube comment section. I'll be sure to reply to your message and get the information, send you my information if you are interested in purchasing any of my acrylics. So yeah, so what I'm doing is I wanted to do a ombre effect on this pinky nail, and I'm just starting off with this nail. So being I just wanted to do an ombre effect, I'm just bringing it up to the area where I'm going to be where I'm going to stop at, where I'm going to start to apply my other color for my ombre effect. So I'm just bringing it up into this point and just making sure everything is smoothed out, because I often, before I used to lose the shape of my nail, whatever the nail shape was, because of the acrylics. I was making sure to wipe the sides and wipe it down. And as you can see, I am holding the nail down because I want that acrylic to flow down freely and evenly. So that's why I'm pointing that nail tip down so that that acrylic can just flow down. So this is the next nail that I'm going to be doing the ombre effect for the pointer finger. So I'm just taking a medium sized bead and I'm going to be applying that to this nail tip and then just bringing it down. Oh yeah, and the brush that I'm using is a Canna Kalinksi brush, and I believe my brush is a 16-inch. So that's what I'm going to be using. I started off with this size brush, so that is what I'm used to use. I know people use different size brushes for, you know, beginners, and when they begin to, you know, get a little bit better at their craft and doing their acrylic. But this brush works for me as far as the size, so yeah, I'm just used to using this size. So I'm just going to continue to go ahead and apply my glitter acrylic. And as you can see, excuse me, my acrylic does look a little bit watery because it is cold. Well, it's not even that cold, but I guess for my monomer it's not warmed up, so that's why it looks a little bit runny. But even though I am draining my monomer, my acrylic bead before I apply it to my nail tip, I didn't do that for every nail bead, but if I would have, it would have been a little bit more drier applying it to my mannequin hand. But yeah, so now this is the Mia Secret clear acrylic powder, and these are the hearts that I'm going to be using today. This is this purple, this pink, and this white holographic hearts that I'm going to cut out, hollow hearts that I'm going to be using for today's video. So what I did go ahead and put a thin layer of that Mia Secret clear acrylic onto my nail, and then I'm just going to be placing those nails on top randomly with those 3 different color cutout hearts, with the pink, the purple, and the white hearts. Well, silver holographic hearts. And as you can see, I didn't show the bottom part of me applying that. Excuse me, I did show that part, but I did not realize that when I was doing this nail, when I was recording, I did not realize that I was not in frame when I was doing the acrylic at the bottom and applying the hearts to the bottom of this heart cutout nail. So that's why you see me just zoom in and show the part that is visible. And I do apologize for that because this is the you know, the star of the show. This is the heart cutout that I really wanted you guys to see, and I did want you guys to see how I did the encapsulated hearts as well. So I do apologize for not getting a better angle at me adding the holographic cutout hearts encapsulated into this nail. But I'll just be sure next time to make sure that my camera is at the right angle all throughout the video, so you guys won't miss any steps. So after I do go ahead and apply my acrylic hearts, apply my cutout hearts, I am going to go ahead and back with that Mia Secret clear acrylic, and I'm just going to top everything so everything is encapsulated and so the hearts won't move and they stay inside of the nail basically. I mean, it could have been a different ways that I could have applied these hearts to the nails, but I just decided to just do an encapsulation. I could have just sat them on top of the nail as well, glued them there, but I wanted that encapsulated effect for this look, so that's what I went ahead and did. And as you can see, the same thing for this nail. When I was applying my cutout hearts, I did go ahead and apply a thin layer of that clear acrylic by Mia Secret first, and then I'm going to use that as a base to my cutout hearts can stick to. And again, I'm using these 3 colors, this pink, purple, and a silver holographic cutout hearts, and I'm going to be applying it right directly on top of that wet clear acrylic because the acrylic is going to help the hearts stay in place. And be mindful of the area where you did do the cutout heart. As I was applying my acrylic, I was also making sure that when I applied the acrylic, that anywhere that I had the cutout heart, I was also making sure that no acrylic was going on that area basically and messing up the shape, or just using my brush to just smooth that area out, and just to make sure no acrylic was messing up the shape or covering the shape of that heart cutout nail basically. So now what I'm going to be doing, I'm taking this pink acrylic and I'm just going to be applying this, and I'm just going to be using this pink acrylic to create my ombre effect on my nails. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm going in with medium size beads to create my ombre effect, and I'm just applying it layer by layer. I could have done this a little bit faster as far as just put a bigger bead, but I just wanted to take my time and make sure that I got that ombre effect. Even though this is not a cover acrylic, a pink cover acrylic, excuse me. I did want to see if I can be able to create that same cover effect using this one. I did think that it came out pretty well as far as just giving me that ombre effect. But yeah, I did like how it turned out, and as you can see, I'm just using the belly of that brush to just smooth that acrylic down. Hold that nail down when you are applying your acrylic, because you do want that acrylic to flow naturally down, and then feather it down with the tip of your brush. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm going on to this other pointed nail that's going to be my ombre for each of these nails, not only for these nails, but I'm just doing the ombre part. And as you can see, I started off with that small bead, but I just went on to a larger size bead, which is just like a medium sized bead, to try to create that ombre effect for my nails. And if you are new here, thank you for tuning in to Pretty Press On Plug. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so already. And also hit that bell notification, so whenever I do upload my new videos here on YouTube, you will get notified and be the first to know when I have new videos here on my channel. So like I was saying before in my previous video, I am excited for Valentine's Day, so I do have a couple of back-to-back Valentine's Day nail sets, but I am going to incorporate other nail sets as well. But I'm just really into the Valentine's Day just theme of nails and stuff like that, and I do have a couple of more ideas, so stay tuned for more of those videos of me just posting new acrylic looks and press-on nails as well. So yeah, I just eyeball it and determine the size bead that I need for my my ombre effect, and I'm just eyeball it basically to see what size bead I need. So now for the rest of the nail, I'm going to go back in with that clear acrylic, and I'm going to be filling in the remainder of that nail with my clear acrylic. I'm going in with medium to large beads, and I'm just going to be applying that where that ombre nail ends, and I'm just going to be starting from there with my beads, and I'm just going to apply it there, and I'm just going to be smoothing that bead down and just covering my custom glitter acrylic with that, because when you are using a glitter acrylic, it does have chunky glitter inside of it, so it will poke through the acrylic. So that's why you have to encapsulate it to make sure everything is a nice smooth surface. So that's what I'm doing here, just making sure everything is encapsulated. That's why I did go in with a thin layer of that purple glitter acrylic. That's why I did go in with a thin layer of that, because I knew that I was going to encapsulate the whole nail when I was done. So that is what I am doing now basically. So as you can see, this is one of the heart nails, and as you can see, I'm taking my time when I was going ahead and applying that clear acrylic to that nail. I did forget to go ahead and do the ombre on this nail, so I did go ahead and go back to that pink acrylic for the moment, just to add my ombre to the top of this nail basically. And then I'm just going to continue on with the rest of the video. Let me know what you guys think of this video down in the comment section below. If you like this video and just like my content and period, just leave a purple heart down below if you like this video, and the heart cut out acrylic nails. Yeah. So now I'm going right back into that clear acrylic, and like I said, wherever that ombre end it, I'm going to start off there with my clear acrylic and add my medium to large bead depending on how much surface area I have to cover. And I'm just going to be using that and smoothing it down, holding that nail down to make sure everything flows. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over, but I do want you guys to, if you are a beginner, when you are learning nails, it is good to hold the nail down so that gravity does its job when it is comes to leveling that acrylic. And yes, I am holding this nail for dear life because when you do the cutout effect for these nails, and when you have a longer nail, when you are working on a practice hand, sometimes they come off because it's not so sturdy, it's not a real hand. So I'm just holding that really really tight while I'm filing it down, just to get that shape and just to hold that nail down into place so that it does not pop off my practice hand while I'm doing my filing basically. But if this was a real client, of course I would not be um excuse me, being holding it the way that I'm holding it. I'm just holding it so that nail does not come off my mannequin hand. And I am evening out that and straightening out the bottom of that nail as well to give it that square shape at the tip of the nail. But if this was a client, I would not be doing it so rough or holding it that way like I was saying. So now I'm going in with my drill bit and I'm just smoothing that out, making sure everything is even, making sure everything is smooth, and just evening out that acrylic and giving it that shape of the nail that I want. I did like how I did my acrylic application, and when you do a good job with your acrylic application, you don't have a lot of filing to do. So I do try to be mindful of how much acrylic that I am applying and how I do apply my acrylic, because that saves me a lot of time when it comes to filing and drilling down my nails. If you have a good application, acrylic application, like I said before, it won't be a lot of drilling, a lot of filing that you have to do. You might have to go back in and file the sides of the nails just to make sure it has that nice crispy shape and you can still see the shape of the nail. But other than that, you won't have to do so much filing with your drill bit, with your nail drill, excuse me. Yeah, so just go ahead and just watch me work. Yeah, so being that this part is just me drilling down the nail, I'm just going to, like I said, let you guys just watch me work. And yeah, and don't forget to connect with me on my other social media platforms. On Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, it's pretty underscore press on underscore plug. So I do have the same name for all my social media platform if anybody is interested in connecting with me on my other social media platforms. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just going in with my OPI top coat, my gel top coat. And as you can see, when you apply that gel top coat to your encapsulated nails, how it makes those nails just pop, stand out, and just come alive. And it just becomes even more beautiful when you apply that top coat. Just makes it stand out a lot more. So this is one of my favorite parts of doing my encapsulation, when I do apply that clear acrylic on top and you really see the beauty of the nail really stand out a lot more basically. So, and as you can see in that part, I did go ahead and notice that my camera wasn't all the way in frame as far as the bottom of the nail. So I did go ahead and move that camera back a little bit. I wish I would have noticed that a little bit earlier and I would have adjusted it so you guys can have a clear view from start to finish of this video. So I'm using my McCart nail glue, and I'm just going to be putting a little dab of that, and I'm just going to be adding my little planted little rhinestone there. This is a pink rhinestone that I wanted to add here. I thought it would just give this I thought it would just be really cute. So I'm just going in with my UV lamp and I'm just going to let that cure for recommended 60 seconds. Just let it dry into place. I was just making sure that everything was centered with that nail charm before I begin to cure it in my UV lamps, because you know once you put that nail charm under that UV lamp, it dries instantly. So this is my Mia Secret nail resin, and I'm just gonna be applying that to the cutout part of the nail where I did do that cutout heart effect. I'm just gonna be applying it to that outline. And what I decided to do is I want to, even though this is encapsulated, I felt like it just needed a little bit more extraness to this nail set. So I just go ahead and went in. I went to get my wax stick, which I'm using to pick up my rhinestones. And I'm just going to be doing is along that heart cutout, I'm just going to be applying my rhinestones there to that area. I feel like if this was a nude acrylic, that the rhinestones would pop out and stand out a little bit more, but being that it is encapsulated and being that it is a kind of like a clear background with you know a couple of different colors, I don't think that it stood out too much, but when you put the flash on it and everything like that, it makes it stand out so much more, as far as just those rhinestones that I decided to add to the nails. I mean, I know I could have left it plain and just like that, but I just really wanted that area, that heart cutout area, to really stand out a lot more. So that's why I decided to go in with the rhinestones, and I'm just doing this using that same Mia Secret nail resin to apply first, and I'm just putting a thin layer there and using my wax sticks to pick up my rhinestones and then apply it, like I said, to that cutout heart area, just to make the cutout part of these nails stand out a lot more. Yeah, I just think that it just brought the look all together when I added these rhinestones to this area. I do think that I would try to recreate this look again with the cutout heart and try to see if I can do it on just some regular square tips instead of the coffin shaped tip, because with the coffin shaped tips, it's a thinner area. And be mindful that if you are going to try these nails, this is more for fashion, but being that you are cutting off part of the nail, it doesn't have that extra stability as a regular nail will, because a lot of the nail is cut out. So this is more so just for like a fashion statement. I think and I believe, but teach it to each his own, basically. And I did think that this top of the nail was a little bit plain, so I did go ahead and apply a little bit of that rhinestone glue there as well. And just going to be adding a rhinestone there as well, just to give it a little, a little flavor at the top of the nail as well. Going back in with my McCart rhinestone glue and just putting a little dab there, and I'm just going to be adding a silver drip heart there. And what I did decide to do off camera after I did add this silver drippy heart, I did go in with my Savvy Land white spider gel on the nails as well. I didn't get a chance to record that part, but here is the finished look of the nails. Here is how they came out. Let me know what you guys think of this nail set down in the comment section down below. And look, as you can see, that's the white spider gel that I did add off camera. I love how the nails turned out. Connect with me on my other social media platforms on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and here on YouTube. Pretty underscore press on underscore plug on all social media platforms. Connect with me, follow me, and stay tuned for more videos to come. And check out some other videos that I have, video nail tutorials of each look that you see on my Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, how you can see detailed tutorials on how I create each look. I do the detailed tutorials here on YouTube. So I hope to see you guys tuning into another one of my videos. Bye. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification. See you later.